Welcome to Formosa Dream Chasers.
We're your hosts, Mary Ann
and Qing'en.
Please join us as we explore the journeys amazing people take in pursuit of their dreams.
And get insights from their experiences.
Let's hit the road
and get started. Hi, and welcome to the show. Last week, we were joined by Ivan and David Perez, two brothers who shared how cooking became their path through life's toughest challenges, transforming pain into purpose through the power of food and connection. In this week's program, we dive deeper into their story as they introduce us to the heart and soul of Mexican cuisine, the dishes that shape their roots and continue to inspire their journey. Along the way, Ivan and David reflect on some of the most unforgettable moments in their culinary path.
When I was younger, here and there, because you gotta earn a little bit if you want to take a girl out or if you want to buy your own shoes, and so I was working and I had the chance to work in taco place and also in a place that cooks what we call carnitas, which is the pulled pork, and that's how I learned. So when the plan started, I contacted the people that taught me that, and I say, is there any chance that I can get a hold of the spices? And they were like, yeah. And that's it. We're here and we're still cooking.
I'm curious because, for example, for me, I grew up with Filipino cooking. So I've tried different Filipino restaurants, and sometimes once they know you're Filipino, then they add extra spices so that you kind of know it's the taste of home. So do you also do the same? Like when we have a Mexican friend or a Latin American friend, then you up the spice level or something like that? Or is it always just standardized? Do you adjust the taste?
Actually, we had the chili, we put the chili beside. We have the sauce and then we put the chili beside. So if the Mexican or the Latino guy come to take some tacos, we have the spicy, we have the sauce, and then if you want more spicy, okay, you can take the chili. Yes.
I see.
The chili is waiting for you. Yes.
Do you grow the chili by yourself?
Of course not.
So you have to import the chili?
No, actually, you can find it here.
Oh, really?
The red chili peppers, yes, you can find it here in Taiwan. You go to, I don't know, not Family Mart.
The supermarket.
The supermarket.
Or the traditional market.
Traditional market,
Okay.
Yes.
I think when it comes to chilies, even though they might seem different, but once you find the right one, it just matches. Even though it's two different countries and two different places, when it comes to farming, I guess, and ingredients, you can still find the same. So it took us a while to find the chilies that are. Sometimes we made the sauce and it was not spicy, even though we added a lot of chilies. We're like, what's going on? So it means the chili was not spicy. And then we would buy from another place and it was way too spicy. So we still had to find the suppliers, and that was another tricky part, right? Finding the right suppliers that will give you the proper meat, the proper ingredients, the proper vegetables, and it was definitely a hustle, I want to say, but it's just an experience going to a traditional market and just all the people yelling and trying to. It's fun. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I like that too. When you go at morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to buy all the ingredients. And everyone is everyone is yelling. Oh my god, I love that part. I love that part. You just go inside and everyone. Oh, I love it.
It's very similar to what happens in Mexico.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Schweiger. Me? Oh, thank you. Yes, it's so good, that part.
Okay.
I love that part. Yes.
Okay. So maybe let's talk about how you started, how you prepared to run this restaurant. How do you maybe save money for it, and how do you find a place, the physical restaurant, location?
The place where we started, because at that time we did not have enough to invest in a place. Where I was living at that time, it was a house that had 3 levels, and the first floor, the previous owners had adapted it for a coffee shop. So it was kind of nice. It was well built. So that's where we started. Technically, it was the first floor, or where we were living. The second floor was where I was staying, and the third floor that was his room. But we turned the first floor into into a little restaurant. Then COVID hit and we had to close, and we haven't been able to start it. We moved out from that place, so we haven't been able to start it. So we're just doing events for now. But there is a plan, and hopefully by
Next year.
next year, we will have our own little place finally. Because
Okay.
a lot of people have been asking for it, and I think
We are listening.
we are listening. We are listening.
Yes, we might open it, and because in Taipei there's a lot of places here, so we want to try different places. So maybe Sinchu is gonna be a good place because Sinchu doesn't have like a really taco. I mean, there is a place called like what's the name?
Taco House.
Yes, Taco House, really
There
good.
is
Yes, Taco House.
Taco House, and there is El Mundo. So we just want to bring a different way of cooking it, because Taco House has been completely successful. El Mundo, I haven't been there yet, but I've heard very good reviews. And since we live in Sinchu, I think it will be just nice to have an extra addition of a Mexican restaurant.
So where can we find you and taste your food before you have your own store?
You can find us, and you can follow us in our IG, Instagram.
We will put the
It's coming- I
IG
just
account
think-
on the episode.
Mr. Way.
Mr. Way, should be Mr. Way Tacos.
Mr. Way, but the Mr. has to be Mr. Dot Way. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Way Tacos, just like this. Mr. Way Tacos, yes. Everything together, Mr. Way, MRWEY Tacos, TACOS. That's our IG.
So, okay, for those who are interested, definitely, we will also put your social media accounts on our episode information. I was curious, since you set up a restaurant here in Taiwan, what was your experience like?
This thing started more like a hobby.
Okay, I see.
Because of the accident, I just had to find another passion. Since I couldn't really move, the only thing that I enjoyed at that time was cooking. So that's how it started. And then somebody just said like, hey guys, I found an event. It was in Yuanlin, actually.
Yes,
In Changhua,
Yuanlin.
Yuanlin. A friend of us told us, hey guys, there's an event. It's a Christmas market. I talked to the person. They say they would love to have a foreign dish in the event. That's
Okay.
exactly how it started. And we both loved it because we both like to cook, and the interaction with people was actually fun. We like to talk to people, we like to joke with people. There's a lot of people that know us and they already go there and they're already throwing jokes. If they're not even ordering, and they're already throwing jokes at us. So it's really fun. And that's how it started. So it's more like a hobby. Once we get to open the restaurant, then it's something that we will work on to have everything done according to Taiwanese laws.
Okay.
But so far, it's a hobby that grew into something bigger. That's the perfect way to explain it.
What's on your menu now? What kind of dishes do you provide
Yes,
when you go
for-
out for an event?
For the event, we only sell tacos, but not like original tacos. We have the tacos and we put some cheese inside. So when you put the cheese inside, it's like a quesadilla. But we don't sell quesadillas. We sell tacos. So
Quesadilla.
oh, quesadilla. I'm sorry. Yes. Sorry, I'm improving my English. Quesadilla. Really good. So yeah, it's the tacos, and yeah, that's how many people know us, because our taco, the flavor, the meat, the sauce, even the sauce, because the onion and cilantro is the same taste, right? There's no different taste, but the sauce, yes, and the meat and everything.
So you have different taco flavors?
Yes, we do.
And then, what is your best seller?
Oof.
Or all of them?
I wouldn't-
Because we
Which is the first one that sells out? Always.
chicken.
Chicken?
birria.
Ah, I see. The birria is a very Mexican.
Yes, it's a very Mexican, and not many people sells birria.
Yeah.
So we were not the first one to sell birria, but we did sell birria, and yes, it was the first one to just sold out.
Every time you join one of the events, that's
Yes.
always the very
And
first
actually, yeah, the chicken, the chorizo. The chorizo is many people like our chorizo, as I tell before, and yeah, the chorizo, birria, chicken, carnitas,
Carnitas.
different kind of pork. Yes.
Usually it depends on the event. We will either bring chorizo and chicken and carnitas, or purely birria, because it takes time to cook.
Okay.
It just takes time to cook. Depends on the event, depends on the time. Usually birria is more for like a winter time, because you need a little soup. A little soup. It comes with a little soup, so it's warm to the body. But there's events where we know that a certain amount of people will go, and we know that those people enjoy birria, so we just cook it, because we also like to make people happy, not only the taste, but bringing them what they like as well.
So what do you plan to add into your menu after you start your own restaurant?
Actually, our plan is to focus on the tortilla, because you know that the tortilla right now that we use is the frozen tortilla, so it has different flavor. So we want to do different tortillas, like for example the frozen tortilla, to have the pure tortilla, to do our own, like with our hands, like handmade, yes. And we have the other one, the flour tortilla.
Flour
yes.
tortilla.
So we want to try with different tortillas.
If you look at the taxonomy of Mexican food, everything, a lot of it, I will even dare to say 90% of it comes from corn. And is the tortilla just shaped in different ways. If you roll it, it becomes a flauta. If you put cheese on it, it becomes a quesadilla. If it's just open, it becomes a
Taco.
taco. If you fry it, it becomes a tostada. So it's the same tortilla, it's the same the basic ingredient, just turn into different shapes and add it with different toppings that will give it a different name. That's
And flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So as we've learned throughout time, people mostly enjoy tacos, quesadillas, burritos, chimichangas. Those were the ones, and well, you have some places around that where people actually enjoy enchiladas, which is the tortillas but dipped in a special sauce.
Okay.
So once we open the restaurant, we're gonna be introducing, the plan is to introduce dishes here and there just to try what is that people like,
Okay.
and once we know that, incorporate it into the menu. So it will be like having the basic things that we know that everybody likes, and then introducing special dishes, trying them and see if the people like it, and if the people like it, it stays on the menu.
I'm curious, would you say Mexican cuisine is similar or different to Latin American cuisine? Or
Oh, we fight a lot about that.
Yes, and the truth is like we are the best.
No, we have dishes that are the same, but people just call it different names, and everybody wants to say we were the first to get it. So I think for me personally, I just enjoy trying it, eating it. I don't mind if it's called one way in Mexico, if it's called one way in Honduras, if it's called one way in Colombia or Venezuela, but the dishes are very, very similar. So it's just, I guess it's just the tastes that change, because every country has their own ways,
Own
their
ingredients.
own traditions, their own ingredients. But for example, there is something called gorditas, and if you go to South America, it must be, I think it's called pupusas, arepas. It's the same dish, just with a different name. People might argue, I'm sorry, I think I'm creating
Cancel.
I'm gonna get canceled. I'm gonna sound like a politician here. It's the same, but different.
Yeah, just like don't compare, just enjoy the food.
Just
That's
enjoy.
it. Yes. But we are the best. Period.
Okay. Then going back to your journey, both of your experience here in Taiwan, could you share with us some of the more memorable moments that you will take with you out of your experience here in Taiwan, whether it's while you were studying or whether it's when you actually started serving Mexican cuisine? What was one of the more impactful, I guess, experiences that you've had here, whether it's good or bad?
About the food?
Anything.
Oh, anything.
Like if somebody once told you, if you meet a person on the street and they said, "Oh, I've never been to Taiwan," what was your best or worst memory there?
Okay, for me it was like being on the stage, because I am an actor. I started acting in Taiwan, so being on the stage and do my first play in Chinese. All my lines were in Chinese, so do it for the first time in front of all Taiwanese. You know that the Chinese, for the foreigners, we don't have the same
Tones.
the same tones. Yes, so I didn't know, and I was like really afraid of the people that they don't understand me, because when I was rehearsing, even my director was like, "다소스마."
Oh no.
That was my test. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, so I have to do it better. So, yeah, I think I improved. And, yeah, my first play. Because everyone like, not only my acting, but they like the way that I say the words. They understood everything. So, yeah, I think that's the more memorable.
Mm,
Yes.
And we didn't know that you are also an actor.
that's right.
Oh, yeah,
And
right.
also, you
Oh
know,
my God.
play
Hi.
in Chinese.
Yes,
Was-
yes.
I'm
I'm
so
a theater
impressed.
actor. Yes. I'm a theater
Ooh.
actor.
We do have a theory that he is the first, at least the first Mexican to graduate as an actor in Taiwan. There is that theory going around. So I don't know if there's
it
somebody
true,
else.
yes.
I don't know if it's true, but from what we
Yeah.
know, he is the first Mexican to graduate from a acting school in Taiwan.
In Taiwan, yeah.
Maybe we need another interview with you.
That's
Of
Of
course,
your
of course,
actor's
of course,
journey.
of course. That's gonna be so great. And I don't know, what about you?
Whew. I wouldn't know where to start. I think if somebody asks me what's the best thing about Taiwan, I will say how safe, how convenient it is, and how beautiful it is. When it comes to personal experiences, there's tons. I wouldn't know where to explain. I came here as an 18-year-old guy, and we have an expression in Mexico which is like when you grow up and when you mature, you crack the egg, right? You hatch from the egg, and I think Taiwan not only cracked my egg, it cooked it, it cooked me, it served me, and it just
Ate me.
made me again. So it has been a personal growth, definitely. I had all kinds of challenges, and I think it has turned me into the person that I am now. Definitely, I could have been better in many aspects of my life, but we're humans, we're learning. And I think Taiwan has been the place that offered me a safe space to grow and to live all kinds of experiences, because I've met people from all over the world, right? Something that I used to say once the accident happened was, when I was a kid, and this is the dream of every Mexican kid around, being a soccer player. When you dream about being a soccer player, the best thing you can do is play in a World Cup, right? I was not able to do that because, well, life happens. But if I actually look at it, I did get to play my World Cup here in Taiwan, because I played with people from all over the world, from Latin America, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia. And I just had the pleasure to enjoy a soccer game with all of them. And that has given me very beautiful memories.
About the taco thing, I think it was like at the last event in Taipei or in Kaohsiung, because when we are selling, we just like see the people who's in front of us and then cook the taco and everything. But we didn't notice that there was like a big line, so the people had to wait like for an hour or something like that. So for me, it's like, wow, how is like our food, the people like our food, that they really do like a line for 1 hour. They wait for 1 hour to try our food or to eat our food. So for me, it's like it's wonderful, I was like, wow.
I think that last event has been the peak of what we've done so far. It's definitely the result of hard work, dedication, passion, many years. And when we saw the line, when we saw the people, when we saw the impact that we were causing, that's when we sat down and we were like, there's something here. There's something special here. So let's work on it, and we are definitely planning to open the restaurant. I don't want to give any spoilers,
Okay.
but
Spoiler alert.
we're trying to fusion a little bit of the Asian and Mexican way when it comes to the space and when it comes to the way of serving people. So we're working on it, coming soon, and hopefully when it's open, people will be there and they will enjoy themselves as well as the food.
That's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to join us next time for the final part of our conversation, where the Perez brothers share their advice for anyone dreaming of opening a restaurant. This is Ching and Cho.
And Mary Ann Shoko.
See you guys next week. Bye.